Hey guys, welcome to my video on 5 things that every Caitlyn main should know about Caitlyn. This is going to be an advanced guide, but it is going to get more difficult as the video goes. We're going to start pretty simple. Number 1 tip is going to be auto spacing. What this is you hear this auto attack sound. You're going to be moving your character in between the auto attacks. This helps maintain 1, distance in between you and your enemy, and 2, you're able to chase an enemy while they're running away while putting that damage out, so you're able to maintain those high damage numbers on the damage charts. What this looks like is this. It does take some time to get used to. Normally you wouldn't have 2.5 attack speed because this is not regular items. You probably cap out at like 1.8, 1.6, whatever it is. Even if I had 6 rapid fire cannons, I still wouldn't have 2.5 attack speed because I'd have, in a regular game with like Guardian Angel, Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, you will not have this much attack speed. Point of me saying that is a lot easier to do in a regular game, but regardless, get in a practice tool, spend like 10-20 minutes just going at it, and it will help you immensely on Caitlyn. Second thing we're talking about is the A click. What this is initially is just a range indicator. It looks like this. With rapid fire cannon you have 850 range like this, and regular Caitlyn range is 650. This is super useful because in a laning phase you're able to see your auto attack range, and the second an enemy steps right into that range you're able to get that free auto attack, sneakily putting that like little bit of damage on their health bar so you can brittle down their health bars and zone them out later. Whatever it is using Caitlyn's strength, which is her range. Another use for the A click is it auto attacks the enemy closest to where you click, right? So I think it works messed up with the dummies, but in a regular game what it would do is auto attacks the thing closest to your thing, even if you like completely misclick, right? Like I'm auto attacking back, I'm clicking back here, but it'll still auto attack these things. So this really helps in terms of like auto spacing slash attack move slash or walking, whatever you want to call it, because when you're doing this there's really high chance that you're going to misclick. I can show you how that looks. See like how I'm moving, instead of this way I moved towards them, and I also canceled an auto. This is really bad because I'm making myself more vulnerable by moving poorly, and I'm also putting less damage out simply because I'm misclicking. The A click is going to make sure that doesn't happen, because even if I misclick it's still going to put that damage out and I'm still going to be able to move that way. It's simply just going to stop my character for a second to auto attack, which is what it does anyways if you're right clicking. Third thing we're talking about is using her range to abuse enemies in lane. We kind of touched upon this, but this thing, this huge range, is Caitlyn's strength. So let's use an example by spawning. This is going to be us. The traps, these are going to be minions, okay? What you're going to do in the enemy phase, you're going to watch the enemy minions health bars as well as your own minions health bars. When the enemy minion gets low, you're obviously going to auto attack it for the gold, and the enemy AD carry will be doing the same. So when your minion gets low, what you're going to do is you're going to walk up to auto attack the enemy AD carry, because what they're going to be doing is they're going to be an auto attack animation to kill your minion, so you're able to get that free auto attack off because they're not able to retaliate since they're already in auto attack animation. Even if they want to retaliate and they miss that minion to auto attack you, you 100% get that free auto before they do, and your attack speed refreshes before they do because of your range. So they have to walk forward 100 extra units to auto attack me, meaning I'm able to get more damage out than they are able to get out on me. It's really useful to abuse on Caitlyn because Caitlyn's strength is actually being under their turret. She's able to like kind of slowly take this turret over laning phase, right? And her strength is putting the traps down, zoning the enemy from the farm, and just being down in their turret, right? That's Caitlyn's strength point. But you can't do that if the enemy has full health, simply because you're so vulnerable to a gank. When the enemy has no health and no mana to actually help the jungler, you're less vulnerable to a gank. So yeah, this is super important, super important to learn and implement in your games to make sure you actually win more. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the EWQ combo. So a lot of people know the EQ combo, right? That's this thing. Your Q comes out from where you E, looking like that. So I E'd from here and I Q'd right after I E'd. So my Q comes out from here. I'm putting the extra distance out on it. And you can also Q in a different direction, looking like this. This is very situational. You're not going to be able to use this in most games, but if you want to sneak an extra kill on someone standing right here without them expecting it, you might be able to do that, right? This is a very basic combo. A lot of people know it. What we're going to be implementing actually is something a little more advanced. It's the EWQ combo. So what you're going to do is you're going to be placing that trap in between so you get the double headshots. So you E, trap, Q, meaning you get the headshot from your E, the headshot from your trap, and you might even get a headshot from your passive, right? So it's triple headshot. You're putting out insane damage and you're CCing them twice, once with your slow and then once with your trap. Another thing you can do is you can trap an enemy that isn't actually the enemy you E. You're able to kite 2 enemies at once. Looks pretty cool, makes you look like a badass. It's kind of hard to do at first, but again, practice tools your best friend. Get in it, put 10-20 minutes of practice into each of these things and you'll be able to like play Caitlyn on a really high level. Especially if you're like low elo, you'll look insane, dude. Everyone will be like pinging you and honoring you, you'll just be a badass. That's the EWQ combo. Last thing we're talking about is traps in between your auto attacks. So a lot of people finally do get their orb walking down, right? But what they don't do on Caitlyn is actually traps in between their autos. So you're able to, especially when you're running away from an enemy, you can stop their movements in between just by, it's kind of hard to do at first actually because you have to kind of predict where they're going to move and you have to trap in that direction. So, but if you do actually master it, it's super rewarding because you stop their movements and you get the extra damage out because of your headshots. Simply, that's all it is. Extra damage, traps in between autos, stop their movement, more distance between you and the enemy, abusing your range, all that good stuff. Super useful for kiting, sometimes even for chasing. It's kind of hard to do in that situation, but kiting, your best friend is traps. Hope you guys learned something from this. I think that's all I have for you guys. Best of luck on the Rift.